opportunity to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Amitabh Rajan, an IAS, former Home Secretary and Additional Chief Secretary of Maharashtra. Dr. Rajan is an Indian Administrative Service Officer of Maharashtra cadre and the former Home Secretary and Additional Chief Secretary of Maharashtra. Dr. Rajan started his civil service career by joining the Indian Administrative Service in 1979. As a career bureaucrat, he served the state government of Maharashtra and the government of India in various capacities. Mr. Rajan established the Maharashtra Police Establishment Board and was responsible for the selection of various police commissioners and director generals. Dr. Rajan has served as the Additional Secretary in the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance, and has also served as Additional Secretary in the Ministry of Personnel from 2010 to 11. Sir has represented India in various international venues, including the Ministerial Conference of Paris PET, where he held the office in the absence of Union Finance Minister. Sir is on the corporate board of Independent Director, State Trading Corporation of India Limited, New Delhi. He is the Chairman, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, State Trading Corporation of India, New Delhi. Sir was also the Chairman, Maharashtra Police Establishment Board, Mumbai. He is the Member State Civil Services Board for IAS officers. Dr. Rajan has received many prestigious awards. To name a few is Scope Excellence Award, Gold Trophy for Best Managed Public Sector Enterprise 2007, Award for Excellence in Financial Reporting by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. He has MOU Award for Excellence for achieving MOU targets set up by Government of India. Dr. Rajan has authored many books and articles like a book on Sociology of Human Rights, Explorations in Local History and Literature. My words will actually be short enough to introduce a great human being and a professional like Dr. Amitabh Rajan. So we are really fortunate today to have with you, and I would request you to inspire our young entrants with your kind words. May I request you, sir, please?
I'll begin my talk by paying respect to Dr. Vinay Shilpati, whom I admire in several ways. It's a deep-rooted, long relationship, and I would like to keep it private because I'll be speaking to you basically. Dr. Chadda, I've always admired him, and this is the reason why for the third time I've come here. Friends, I'll be speaking for 15 minutes because I was told that I should speak for 15 minutes, and I thought about it. What should I tell you in 15 minutes? In the morning, I wrote on my iPad, and that's how I would be presenting to you. 3 things are obvious. Let me first state them, then I'll state 15 points which I want to put across. It is an opportunity to be here. So please use the resources you have. And when I say use the resources, I mean use the library. Second thing I have to say, read the original text as well. There's no point getting summaries about, say, Frederick Taylor's or Maslow's theories from somebody else. It would be very good and paying to read the original. It is a treat to read some of the management books, not all, by people. Also, what students of other countries do, advanced countries or students of Ivy League do, take care to go through the journals. And I'll explain why I have said these things. Friends, if I have to summarize my entire speech in one sentence, I would be saying that our approach to management studies should be evidence-based, by which I mean that principles are important to give you a broad roadmap. Theories are important to get the view of others, but ultimately it is you who shall be developing the criticism or critique or analysis of what is present. India badly needs management experts who could match the international level experts in various fields. Second thing I have to say, always think of the world perspective. The world is changing, and it is not as much an example which you can derive from Western countries as you can derive from the country in which you live. So an idea of economic history, particularly financial history, is very, very important in management studies. If I talk of the 21st century, about which many books have been written, not all sensible, but there is an attempt. The most important event for me, for you particularly, is the global financial crisis of 2008. You are today in 2018, so it is 10 years since this crisis emerged, and it has taken various shapes all over the Europe and other parts of the world. It has affected the state, it has affected central banks, it has affected people, it has affected also the approach to social science, economics and management. Your teachers will tell how it has happened, but you should also explore on your own by going through the articles. The good institutions all around the world keep supplying the relevant material which the teachers read. And this is a very important thing, source which you should know. Now, let me talk about the values which must come to you after 2 years of studies. Because if you don't get the values coming from academics, it is a barren life. I'm reminded of the shortest parable Jesus wrote. It says this, Jesus Christ, I threw seeds. Some fell on rock, some on sand, and some on fertile soil. So when persons like Dinesh Gautam and others speak, they are seeds of thought. Now you all are sitting here very disciplined, very attentive, I have been observing you. But ultimately, what we say in our philosophy, need, sheed, vivek, the wisdom to know what is real and what is not real, what is not relevant, which is not relevant, what is social, what is not social, has to come through you, through your own mind. And that comes only first through teachers, and ultimately you develop on your own and exceed the limit. Now those who pay attention to everything, they are like fertile soil on which seed is put. So giving lecture, imparting education also gives a soothing feeling to the person who speaks on the other side. If you are like a sand, if you have a carrier only, well, it is level B. But if you are a stone, which have just written the whole world is illusion, and you have to do nothing about it, then it's a different story. I have been in various selection committees and more. This is the thing I normally do, whether it's this commission, that commission, or selection processes. So I've also been managing systems. So ultimately, I know what management education gives. There are 5 values which the 21st century management of your time, you will be passing out in 2020. And you will be continuing 40 years at least, beyond that and even more. The whole world will change. First, there will be a tectonic shift from principles which say that the regulation is not needed. Market is creative, it is free, it knows how to recoup. Evidence-based economic history or financial history or management practices tell that there's a debate going on. If you see the important journals in public finance or even private finance or central bank studies, you will find that there's a thinking going on. Okay, 10 years. Now, should we have so much regulation? There's a tendency against it, saying it's very costly, it stifles systems and people, and there's a view that it should continue. These evaluation studies after 10 years of the event will be of tremendous help to you, because debate on regulation has just started. The limits of the market, these have started, and that it's a very good opportunity for your generation in these 2 years to pick up. So, see what is happening in the world of academics in management. Try to capture the debate. I'm not saying that you follow what I've said or somebody else says. Be thy own light. But please be sensitized. And if the budget of the library is so much here, elsewhere it's dwindling, then it's a rare opportunity. Why do you have to go at other places? So basically, you should grab the frontiers of knowledge, what I'm trying to tell you. Second thing I will say, most important deficit of my generation has been ethical deficit. There are ethical deficit in public systems, which everybody knows, you see television. There are deficits in private sector. Even in non-profit institutions, which are supposed to be socially oriented, a little bit of bias type of thinking, there are tremendous lapses of standards implementation. And management is not only corporate management. Management, as Drucker has said, obviously, is public. There's a whole stream of new public management, again, which is discredited now. So that's the one thing. In corporate, of course, there are several branches and study. But in care institutions, non-profit organizations, there's a problem. There's a problem in hospital. There's a problem in so many agencies which are management problems, and they have to be handled by your generation. And ethics is important. But when I say ethics, most of the authors in management say values, which is not equal to ethics. That type of conclusion is created. No. If there's one takeaway from here, that ethics is important in management and everything. Management of the self, management of the society, and management of the systems, organizations, and all that. Now, what dimensions of ethics I am referring to? Time is limited. And I'll put what Aristotle had said long back, so I'm not saying anything new, but the implications of these in management will be new. Trust. Banking, as they say, is trust. But how are the banks behaving? All types of banks, vertically down. Knowledge. I have spoken knowledge. The frontiers of knowledge you have to capture. That's also, and knowledge with not the commercial sense, not to please, like when the crisis came up, audit organizations consultants of finance, they were all there. They were mighty and powerful people. Still the systems collapsed, not only in US, but in other countries as well. One by one, one by one. Of course, the third one is also there. Now this knowledge has to be a knowledge which comes from a clear mind on rights and liabilities. Now, if you go from here back, please look at one document which is very important from ethics point of view. It's a summary of the experience world has on ethical nature of management. The document is called The Principles of the UN Global Compact. You know, based on the experience world over, experts sat together and said that if we want to be sustainable, safe, reasonably profitable and good, what should be done? There are 10 principles. Now there are so many 10 principles, 20 principles, 15 principles. This principle is different because, again, as I said, it is based on the experience of the world so far. It is for management of finances, resources, commodities and so on. And it takes care not only the things which you read in books or you shall be reading in books, it also talks of labor. It also talks of appropriate technology. You have to go through it. I don't want to summarize here, there's no time. But one thing you can do at my telling, it will help you, the 2000 document of UN Global Compact. It will give you a framework on the basis of which you can think and reflect on your books which you read. There is a crisis of care in society, whether it's a care of labor profit, it's a care of consumers, or it's a care of individuals when they are not well, or where their state as a parent has failed, those type of care. Now the whole concept of care, like the honesty is a business principle these days. I'm not the only one who's saying it. Various eminent people have said. Similarly, care within the system becomes very important. So I have said, trust, knowledge, frontier knowledge, care. Prudence, whole of financial management is on that. But the new thing which has come out from the banking side on prudential norms recently is this, that the risk system which the world has initially was lax, opportunistic, really, or they were all very good. But now they have become so strict on the other hand that it is going to create a problem. So prudence means a balance between the tightness and the suffocating ease of the suffocating situation. So prudence is a very much important issue that you have to say. Third was this, and then courage. Entrepreneurial drive, which is so much of a topic of management since ages, tells a new thing in the 21st century. You can set up an organization with drive, courage, but sustaining it also requires a different type of entrepreneurship and drive. And then organizations have, institutions have life cycles. So keeping the growth of the organization in continuously with competence and prudence and vision, these things become important. There is little time. I don't want to speak more than that. But if I have to summarize, I have to tell that the more you question about the status quo in the books and in the world, the better you will be equipped to progress in life. Thank you.